Not everyone has the potential to be great, but those who are selected have a special sign that makes them stand out from the others. If you spot this sign, you belong to a unique group that has a much bigger purpose than you might think. This video will reveal 10 distinct indicators that are frequently connected to selected ones. As we discuss each sign, reflect on your own experiences. There are some of these that might strike an unexpected chord with you. Well, let's get started. Sign 1. Unfathomable coincidences. First, let's talk about one of the most fascinating indicators: inexplicable synchronicity. These strange coincidences seem too significant to be the result of pure luck. For the selected few, these synchronicities happen surprisingly frequently leaving them in awe of the universe's enigmatic mechanisms. Consider the scenario when you are thinking about an old friend you haven't spoken to in years when they unexpectedly text you. It's also possible that you keep seeing the same odd symbol everywhere you go, only to learn later that it has important spiritual significance. The significance of these synchronicities lies not only in their frequency, but also in their apparent meanings and deep influence. Selected individuals frequently discover that these synchronicity points lead them to significant choices or provide vital information about their life's trajectory. For example, you might come across the same passage from a spiritual text over and over again in various settings until you eventually recognize its profound significance to a problem you're dealing with. Or, on a regular basis, you might run into people who have the precise information or abilities you require at that particular time. For those who are chosen, these synchronicity acts as a kind of cosmic nudge that gently leads them on their spiritual journey. They paves the way for deeper comprehension and meaning, much like the breadcrumbs the universe has left behind. Having these significant coincidences on a regular basis could indicate that you are tuned to a higher spiritual frequency. Enhanced empathic capabilities as the second sign. The second sign we come across is heightened empathy, which is a characteristic that frequently distinguishes chosen ones. This goes beyond merely having empathy or being a good listener. Empathy is often visceral, almost psychic, for those who are chosen. You may get caught up in the feelings of people around you, experiencing their happiness, sorrow, or nervousness as though it were your own. Particularly in crowded settings or during emotionally charged situations, this can occasionally be too much to handle. You may be able to sense the atmosphere of a room as soon as you enter it, identifying hidden tensions or emotions. Not just humans have this increased empathy. Sensing the needs and emotions of animals and even plants in ways that others would not, chosen ones frequently have a strong bond with them. Rescue animals may appeal to you, or you may feel obligated to care for plants that others have abandoned. There are difficulties with this gift, though. You may have trouble telling the difference between the emotions you're experiencing and those you're absorbing from other people. After interacting with others, you might feel exhausted and require some alone time to rejuvenate and collect yourself. This empathetic capacity can be a potent instrument for understanding and healing with awareness and practice. You may be attracted to careers in healing or other roles that allow you to use your empathy to assist others. Your ability to fully comprehend and connect with others on a deep level can make you a light of compassion in a society that often feels detached. Sign 3. Bright dreams of prophecy. Our third sign, vivid prophetic dreams, is related to the realm of dreams, which is especially significant for chosen ones. These are not your typical, dispensable dreams. Rather, they are vibrant, intense, and frequently symbolic. As if you've experienced another life while you were asleep, you may wake up with a vivid memory of your dreams. Frequently, these dreams are warnings or messages about things to come. Maybe months later, you visit a place you've never been to after having a dream about it and feel a strange déjà vu. You may also have a dream in which you have a conversation with a loved one, and shortly after, you will actually have that same conversation. A lot of the time, chosen ones report having dreams that seem more real than reality. These dreams may involve encounters with deceased loved ones or spirit guides, offering consolation or insight that lingers long after you awake. Some selected individuals even have lucid dreams, in which they comprehend that they are dreaming and have the ability to direct the dream. It is necessary to interpret and reflect on these prophetic dreams, since they frequently use metaphors and symbols as their language. For instance, seeing a storm in your dream could represent a time of emotional upheaval, but seeing a plane in your dream could represent liberation or spiritual development. For those selected, dreams serve as a conduit between the material and spiritual worlds. They provide direction, motivation, and occasionally even caution. It could indicate that your spiritual gifts are developing if you notice that your ideal life is becoming more meaningful and vivid. Fourth sign, capacity to interact with spirit guides. We reach one of the most profound spiritual experiences, the capacity to communicate with spirit guides, with our fourth sign. Ghosts and disembodied voices are not the subject of this discussion. Instead, it's about creating a direct line of communication with non-physical entities who are on your spiritual path to help and guide you. You may begin as a chosen one with this gift by feeling as though you're never really alone and that someone is about you. This could develop into getting unambiguous messages or impressions from your guides over time. These messages can be in the form of thoughts that don't feel like your own, intense images that you see when you meditate, or even bodily sensations that have meanings of their own. You may discover that you have several spirit guides, each with a unique energy signature and specialty. Certain mentors may accompany you throughout your life, while others may show up at particular times or to assist with specific difficulties. Usually, this skill develops gradually. You might begin by asking your advisors for clues and getting hints in return. When your relationship gets stronger, you might talk more openly and get advice on significant life choices or understanding of your spiritual path. Those who are chosen for this capacity frequently act as intermediaries between the spiritual and material worlds. There's a chance that you'll be drawn to spiritual counseling, channeling, or mediumship. Even if these are not your career goals, you might frequently find yourself imparting your guides' knowledge to those in need. Don't forget that speaking with spirit guides is a sacred obligation. Grounding, discernment, and a dedication to your own spiritual development are necessary. Rather than taking charge of your journey or making choices for you, your guides are there to help. Sign number 5. Aura sensitivity. The fifth indication we will discuss is the capacity to perceive auras, which frequently surprises and occasionally even shocks those who possess it. Those with heightened spiritual sensitivity can perceive auras, which are the energy fields that surround all living things but are invisible to most others. If this ability is yours, you may begin to see outlines or colorful halos around people, animals, or even plants. The energetic imprints of these colors, which are not physical, represent the physical, emotional, and spiritual states of the being you are observing. You might initially think you're seeing things or dismiss these visions as tricks of the light, but you'll begin to see patterns as the experiences become more frequent and specific. For example, you may have noticed that certain colors are associated with particular feelings or health issues. It's common to see bright blue around serene, contented people, or hazy gray around sick or depressed people. Usually this skill develops gradually. One way to begin could be to feel other people's energy without seeing their colors. With time and experience, the visual component might become more apparent. While some chosen ones describe auras as multi-layered, vibrant fields of light, others see them as subtle changes in the surrounding atmosphere. Both gifts and challenges can come with the ability to see auras. It can be a very effective tool for understanding and healing, and it offers priceless insights into other people's well-being. On the other hand, it can also be overwhelming, particularly in crowded areas where a kaleidoscope of energies is all around you. If you discover that you have this ability, manage the influx of energy information by practicing shielding techniques and grounding yourself on a regular basis. Sign number 6, unfathomable physical feelings. The sixth sign introduces us to the physical body and how it relates to spiritual forces. Chosen individuals frequently have unexplained physical sensations that don't seem to have a simple explanation. Suddenly feeling warm or tingly in your hands or feet is possible, especially when you're meditating or contemplating spiritual issues. In the middle of their forehead or at the top of their head, some selected individuals report experiencing a sensation of pressure or tingling. These feelings are not merely strange physical phenomena. They are frequently signs of spiritual awakening or energy flow. Kundalini energy may be activated, for example, by a tingling spine, and healing abilities may be developing if the hands are warm. Additionally, you may feel a sudden chill or goosebump, particularly when you're in an environment with a lot of spiritual energy or when you're getting significant insights. Some chosen ones describe feeling like electricity is coursing through their body during periods of spiritual connection or insight. These bodily experiences can range from mild to strong, brief to extended. The point is that they don't have an obvious physical source and often coincide with periods of spiritual significance. These phenomena are an indication that you should be aware of your body and how it relates to spiritual energies. The purpose of these sensations is to help you become more aware and to validate your spiritual experiences. The seventh sign is the recurrent occurrence of numbers. We plunge into the fascinating realm of numerology and its spiritual meaning as we approach our seventh sign. Angel numbers are repeating numbers that chosen people frequently report seeing. The number 333 might be on your license plate, receipts, or page numbers, or you might find yourself checking the clock all the time at precisely 11:11. It is thought that these are spiritual messages rather than just coincidences. There is a vibration and meaning associated with each sequence of numbers. For example, the number 444 is believed to represent protection and encouragement, while the number 111 is frequently connected to manifestation and new beginnings. You may notice that some number sequences appear to you more often than others as a chosen one, carrying messages that are unique to you. These numbers frequently coincide with significant events in your life. When you are in doubt or confused, or just before making a big decision, you may see a significant number sequence. They can act as encouraging reminders that you're headed in the right direction, or as gentle prods to be mindful of your thoughts and environment. With time, those who are chosen frequently gain an intuitive comprehension of these numerical signals. Studying numerology or delving into the deeper meanings of the numbers you come across may be something you are naturally drawn to. The importance is not only in these figures, but also in how you perceive and understand them. Sign 8. A close bond with the natural world. Our eighth sign leads us back to our roots, quite literally. A deep and inexplicable connection to nature that extends beyond merely enjoying outdoor activities is frequently felt by those who are chosen. If you are in natural environments, you may feel more alive and energized. Plants, trees, and even rocks may seem to be subtly communicating with you. Being close to plants could give you a keen sense of their health, or give you the ability to predict changes in the weather. This bond with the natural world frequently shows up as a strong sense of environmental duty. When you observe environmental degradation, you may feel physically or emotionally distressed, or feel a strong desire to preserve and care for nature. This sign's chosen ones frequently share remarkable natural experiences. You may discover that animals are inexplicably drawn to you, or that your presence can soothe agitated animals. Ley lines and other natural energy patterns are described by a few selected ones, as are the sensation of energy currents in the earth. Additionally, your spiritual practices may be impacted by this connection to nature. You may discover that meditation is more profound when you do it outside. Natural items that can be used as tools for spiritual development and healing, such as crystals, feathers, or leaves, may have special meaning for you. This sign is often associated with those who feel called to work with nature in some way, whether it be through landscape design, environmental conservation, or nature-based healing techniques. Incorporating natural elements into your daily life and spiritual practice is likely to occur, even if your profession isn't directly related to nature. In addition to keeping chosen ones rooted in the material world, this close ties to nature serve as a continual reminder of our interdependence with all form of life. Conclusion. Take stock of your journey. Not all chosen ones will experience every one of these indicators, and experiencing one or more doesn't automatically make you a chosen one. These indicators are markers that encourage you to investigate your spiritual potential and mission. If many of these signs resonated with you, pause to consider the implications for your life's journey. How can these gifts be respected? How can you use them to bring more light into the world? Now I encourage you to take a time to reflect on your own experiences. Of these signs, which one spoke to you the most? Have you encountered anything that feels spiritually significant but wasn't covered here? It's perfectly normal to feel overwhelmed by some of these signals or experiences. Reaching your full potential spiritually can be both thrilling and difficult. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this path. Don't forget that your spiritual path is entirely your own. Do not be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Follow your gut and remain receptive to advice. Be assured that you are in the right place on your journey, regardless of whether you identify with one or all 10 signs. I'm glad you're here with me as we explore the signs of chosen ones. In order to support more videos like this, please think about liking and subscribing if you found this one useful. May wisdom and love shine on your path until the next time.